Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is Wednesday. It is 8 p.m. That means one thing. It is 3 men and a vape show. We missed last week, ladies and gentlemen, because I had to work, unfortunately. And we had a lovely surprise because we didn't think we was going to have Mr. B because he's dying with man flu. He doesn't feel very good at all. I said to him, it must be like the changing of the weather. You know, when it changes the weather, you end up like getting a bit of a cold. He went, no, it's
I
not.
like how what he's also done. Haven't you noticed? He's turned down the colour on his camera as well, just to make him look a bit more
A little more
paler.
grey and a little bit more. Look at the Love Walrus's face there.
Mickey boy, yeah, I love killer.
I hear that. It must be a changing of the weather. Like I'm suddenly going to get a cold when it's suddenly sunny. Fuck off.
Well, it does. I think it's the change. I think it's the changing of the
That's
sort
an
of
old wives'
seasons.
tale. Unless you're going to run outside and get absolutely piss wet through in a storm, then yeah, fine. But if you're inside, there's no real change of the weather unless you're fucking around with your thermostat.
Well, while we talk about it, it has been 2 weeks, Mr. B. How are you?
I'm wonderful. I'm the picture of fucking health. How are you?
Yeah, I'm absolutely fine. I've had to go out this afternoon and watch Daniel play football, which at the Keepmo Stadium, which was fun. And then
Cool.
all the bits of dinner and stuff like that sorted. What about you, bro? Been 2 weeks. How are you?
I'm all right, thank you very much. Boring life. Work, home, sleep. Work, home, sleep. Work, home, sleep. That's basically my life.
But we're only 4 days a week, that.
Hey, it is only 4 days this week. Yeah, we had a bank holiday. Yes.
He sleeps
3 days
for the
off.
rest.
Big shout out, Colette. Lovely to see you. And big shout out to everybody in chat who joins us week in, week out. Don't forget, we will be doing your Rochford Project giveaway. Again, don't forget to get over to the website. 3 Men Vape, 15% off all the way up till 12 o'clock. Get yourself over to the website. But we'll be doing the giveaway a little bit later on. We've got your deals, we've got your hand checks, and we're going to talk about a couple of things which you've probably heard on a lot of other shows about that's been out there. We're only going to touch on it. Obviously, last week, bro, we did a show on Thursday. Mr. B, you could have come on if you wanted to come on, but normally when it's late...
Not without the power of fucking osmosis.
Yeah, but normally when it gets late on, you don't like doing it, do you, when it's a late show?
Yeah. Any excuse. I know how this goes. Don't let the fat fuck on anything popular. I get it.
So,
I fully understand.
I had popcorn and I'm still picking it out of my teeth. It's horrible. Look at the thing is... So yeah, we were on the UK Vape show last week, and obviously it just hit about old Sunak. His times ran out to be able to put the bill through. Mark, have we had anything more up to date with, has the disposable actual part of it gone through?
I've not heard anything. Not heard anything at all.
Has anybody in chat got this? Because I haven't got the information on this. I don't know if you know, Mr. B. Obviously, with the whole paper being completely not gone through, that's with the age and also the vaping tax.
If they are two separate bills, then obviously the bill for the disposable, I will assume, has gone through. But if it's joined, obviously it hasn't.
Yeah, and we were sort of talking about this, weren't we, on Thursday, that I'm really hoping that it's already tied up so they don't have to re-look at it again.
It's one of them. It's one of the cases we are now in flux.
Yep.
As a country, we're now in flux, which I can't understand why the doctors are now going on strike just before. It didn't make no sense, but
I don't think we've actually moved any different, really, have we? We were already in this, but we didn't know if the bill had been passed through.
yeah.
Because we didn't know if we were going to call an election. What do you think, Mr. B?
Everybody pisses in the same pot anyway, so it's kind of, at the moment, the only thing I keep seeing is Rishi Sunak out going, 1 minute he's like down with the kids, the next minute he's taking some 750 quid rucksack through a fucking impoverished estate, and I'm like, oh god, this geezer don't have a clue. Then he goes, yeah, I'm going to send everyone to the army. Right, yeah, okay.
Well, that's not going to work, is it?
No, that's definitely not
I
going
was
to
a
work.
kid. Bless him.
I mean, they're turning it to it's so like the way that they explained it. First of all, it was like going back to the 1950s.
The stupid
But
part
when
about
he
it,
when he starts talking about it, it's not. If you want to join the army, well, you can do. but
I know we
they
don't
want to
really
help
do
out in
politics.
community. In other words, they're just trying to get free labour. That's all they're trying to do.
The stupid part about it is, if we'd have chose a different tact and said we're going to bring back the Bad Lads Army, it would have had a better response and had the same outcome.
Mm.
It would have still improved the numbers for the army and all that sort of shit, and just got rid of all the dickheads off the street. But he doesn't care.
No,
He doesn't
it's
give a
just a
shit.
joke. It's an absolute joke. Because someone turned around and said, "So what happens if the person doesn't want to?"
Fuck
And they
all they
hadn't
can
even
do
thought
about it.
about. They'd not even thought. Well, so
No.
like, will they get into trouble? Will what will
Well, they
happen?
did say that if you refused to go,
Yeah.
you wouldn't go to prison. But the problem is they've set education up in such a way nowadays. Kids can't just leave school at 16. They have to go on unless they've got a job or
Yeah,
they've got
good
to then go on to
education.
they've got to go on to further education. Where if you wanted to just completely stop at 16, you could do years and years ago. Where now you can't.
Well, you used to have me. I did when I left school. It was a GMVQ
Yeah.
rather than because I wasn't how could I put it, well tested enough to do higher education because I didn't really listen. Couldn't give a shit. So I went on to do GMVQ in marketing and customer services. Got like level 3. Ended up going like right into it. But I think they still got that going nowadays, haven't they? GMVQ.
I'm not quite sure if it's called that now. They've got quite a lot of stuff that's like that. It was sort of like each one of them were equivalent to a
It was
GCSE.
work experience. It was work experience.
Yeah.
So with the GMVQ, basically, in fact, as daft as it sounds, there's a lot of employers around that time preferred you to have a GMVQ over a degree because you had work experience, especially in sectors like marketing and customer service and sales and things like that, because you actually had work experience. I started in an all-female call center for a sci-fi company.
Ooh.
It taught me everything I need to know about life because that was one of the most narcissistic, wolf-driven, witch bitch scenarios I've ever been in.
So did you fit in well then, or?
Fantastically. It was look, at the end of the day, it was sink or swim. And the owner of the business had I was one of the lucky ones because the owner of the business had the kindness, I'll say kindness, to say, well, hang on a minute, because GMVQ, they wanted to have me paid £70 a week. But the owner said, well, if he's doing the exact same work as everybody else, I'll pay him like everybody else. So I was on 1,200 quid a month as a 16-year-old. I'm surprised I survived to 17. You know what I mean? Like, Dad's like, do you want to pay rent? So, yeah, I'll contribute. How much do you want? I'll sort it. It's not a problem. At 16 years old, like 1,200 quid a month I was a millionaire.
Well, they started the MVQ when I were at school. With the year I was leaving, that they started it, and they give you like a booklet with vouchers off that you could spend all over the place. You got them every month through post, and you'd have Burger King or McDonald's or books and stuff like that. You used to get money off, or you get free something.
£27.50 a week.
Yeah, YTS.
But I mean, the problem is nowadays is that they're trying to go more down the route of apprenticeships.
Well, that's exactly what GMVQ was.
Yeah. But the problem
think
is
that's exactly
now
how it should be.
that the companies have got to pay so much into this, and they're not willing to do it.
See, that was the difference. When I was doing GMVQ, the companies that took on these apprentices got paid for it. And they got something like 5-6 grand a year. They got quite a hefty amount of money for it.
You've got to think though, when you were doing your YTS though, Mark, 30 quid back in them days, were quite a lot of money.
I mean, even as far back
What are you
as
joking?
No, I think it was. But back, what were you talking? You were, what were it? 88?
Yeah, 88, 89. £27.50 was not a lot of money.
Yeah, but if you compare it to today, it would be roughly around about £100, I bet.
Nowhere near.
70 quid-ish.
Well, you've got to think about it. Back in
60 quid at most.
But if you think about it, in '88, you could get a loaf of bread for 30 pence, if that. A bottle
Yeah.
of milk costs you way less than that. Fuel, everything in '88 and
So how
'89.
much was rent then?
Really cheap rent. Then I remember.
Really, really cheap.
Well,
You're
it
a
was.
16-year-old. Why do you care about rent?
He lived at home.
I didn't live at home.
What, when you did your YTS, you went at home?
Yeah, when I was at YTS, I was living in Worksop.
At
I wasn't
Worksop?
living at home.
You were living at Worksop.
I was living in Worksop. Yeah.
Did they give you any help?
I didn't
towards
come. I
it?
didn't come back home. I left home at 16. I didn't come back to live with my mum and dad until I was 18.
Yeah, I remember that. So, like I said, I think it's about the same amount of money.
No, it's about I would say round about 60 quid to
I think-
today's money.
To be quite honest, as an employer, I don't employ people, but I could if I wanted to. I would prefer somebody, and even when I had Cool Show's cars, 10, 12 years ago, we would rather employ somebody with work experience than a university degree. You got to think, for me, university degrees should be people that are either going to do something like doctors, lawyers, all that sort of stuff, or people who are going to teach, professors and shit, scientists. Anything else, I don't understand degrees in marketing. You can't teach me anything in the university about marketing I can't learn from a good marketing company.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't.
Well, out of curiosity, about pair of you, what's your stance on this? What they're now calling Mickey Mouse degrees?
It's more the Mickey Mouse degree providers rather than the degrees themselves. There are degrees out there. I mean, there's a couple of people that I know that offer degrees in home care and things like that, like for care homes and teachers dealing with suicidal kids and all that sort of stuff. So there are degrees like that which are nationally recognized. If a degree is not nationally recognized, then it should go because it's useless.
It's when they come up with the stupid ones, and then they're getting obviously what they can then do is they get themselves into debt, obviously. But they can then say, right, I want a bursary and I want this, and it's sort of like they've got 4 years to learn how to put Lego together or something like that. Alan Goodall, I'm doing an A-level 5
There are
in
degrees
October.
in things like Star Trek and Klingon.
Yeah, but if you're going to buy that, you're not going to use it to get a job or further on in life. You're going to do it for a laugh. Or maybe do it if you want to do a YouTube video about Star Treks and Klingons. You're going to teach yourself. But those sort of degrees, you can do as much learning on YouTube as you can in those degrees.
I'm with you, Matt Waits. Alan Goodall, I'm doing an A-level 5 in October, which is the same as a degree. Well done, Alan. Yeah, but you want to see Louise? That's what Louise is doing. Obviously, she's at university training to be a nurse. But she does, I think it's 10 weeks in the university and then 10 weeks actually on the wards, different wards.
Which is how it should be. Exactly how it should be. Because I don't care what anyone says, you learn more through experience than you do in a classroom.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
100%. Every time.
Well, you get.
I wouldn't.
Saying that, you do get people. I'm more of a show me how to do it person than reading it.
I've always been the type of person that learns from a video. I can't read and learn. I've never been able to because my brain just goes, "What's this bollocks?" Especially if they use long words. It drives me insane. My eyes start watering up, and then all I can think of is, "No, I want a coffee." And then I'll go for a coffee, and then I don't go back to the book. Whereas a video, I can consume it in an hour if it's a really in-depth one. And by the end of that hour, I know exactly what I'm doing. It's like with the work that I do now, my business, my marketing company. Every month, I will go and watch videos on the latest trends going on in social media, what's happening where, what's going on why, and who's affecting what, so I can give my clients the best service they can do. But it's an hour out of my day. It's nothing.
Than reading. What were you like, Mark? Were you more show me than reading it?
Yeah, I'm definitely a show me. Oh yeah, definitely.
See, I don't think schools
I
have
mean,
really ever
I
took
mean,
that
don't get me wrong.
into
I'm
account.
pretty good with manuals and things like that. I do actually read them, but I prefer the hands-on approach.
I think
Yeah,
the only thing a manual's good for is kindling on a barbecue.
I don't know. Sometimes I don't mind a good
Hmm.
manual if you need it. But I'm a
What's his point?
typical male though. Fuck it, I don't need a manual. Just throw it to the side and start
Yeah,
thinking,
the
well,
only time I'll ever use a manual is if I'm building something, like a barbecue, for
yeah.
instance, ironically. Because then, and as long as he's got pictures, so I can see what's going on where. Otherwise, I'm fucked.
If I'm totally honest with you, it's normally if we do anything, it's normally a joint effort, me and Louise. So she's got it from her dad. Her dad
Couldn't
is
do that.
absolutely amazing at putting stuff up,
I couldn't
and
do that.
it's normally
No,
me sat there troubleshooting if there is anything there, and it's normally Louise putting it up. To be honest with you,
no. So my Sam knows me too well to jump in and try and help me with that. She'll, if I'm building something as a project, leave me alone. When I'm finished, I'll let you know. And all you'll hear for the next hour or so is swearing, kicking, banging. But by the time I'm finished, it'll be done and it will be perfect.
but yeah, that's
I'll have built it and disassembled it three fucking times because I put something in the wrong place or the wrong screw in the wrong place. But yeah, it'll be done.
it's when it happens though, and you look in your hands, and you're thinking, surely there's a reason why there should be these screws and washers. I'm sure they're there for some sort of reason.
Normally the way it happens for me is I go to screw something on and the screw's too small. And I'm like, what the fuck? And what it is, I've used the wrong screw somewhere else, and I've got to disassemble the whole bastarding thing to get this screw to put the right screw there so I can use that screw later on. That's how it happens to me.
I remember back in '80s when we'd have video or late '90s video recorders that my mates had, they broke. It's like I could fix it, and you'd get it working, and you put it in there, and you're thinking, I know though I've got all these bits left, but it'll be fine. It'll work for about 3 minutes, and then it'll and chew every fucking thing up. Just another thing as well. Obviously, we were at Expo. We did speak about it the other week when you wanted, but we were at Expo, and a lot of sort of gossip were going around, weren't they? About Vape Around, that the magazine was going to be going bust. But they did put something up on their website explaining that no, it's totally wrong. But they've actually changed companies. They're now Green something.
Yeah, they've changed it, haven't they? Is it
Yeah,
the publishing side of it that's changed?
I know. There's been quite a number of different people there than what used to be there. But yeah, obviously it was going around the grapevine that they'd suddenly gone bust. But I was thinking it's got to be hard that because they've got all the other awards in like Dubai and Germany and places like that, haven't they?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
no,
I've just
it's nice to see him still out and about there. But we need publications. What other publications is there out there, Mark? I remember there used to be Subone, but I don't think they're going anymore.
No, they're not going anymore. To be honest with you, I don't know. It's something that I mean, I do get the Vapor Round magazine come once every what is it, quarter or
Yeah,
not monthly, it's about every I think it's every quarter into it comes.
yeah.
But the only reason why I got that was because I used to work at Vape Shop. But to be honest with you, I've never really bothered with vape magazines.
You've got e-cig Click as well. Obviously, they're more online, aren't they? They don't do it
Well, yeah, they're on,
physical.
and that's the thing, isn't it? Though everything's online. When you
It's been going that
anything
it's been
like
going that
that
way for
kind of
years, though.
side of thing, it's all online. So
But I
I
like
can't
it.
see a mag. I mean, let's face it, the Vape Round magazine isn't for the general public. It's for shops and wholesalers and people
Yeah.
like that. It's not really for the general public.
Birdie,
So
nice to see you, mate. Birdman.
I like what Hedges predicts. He makes me think of a guy I used to know. I knew someone in the 90s who had a massive bag full of technical computer manuals when we were just starting out to use the interweb. Like I
it's
used
like computer active
Yeah, I used to, a guy,
magazine.
if there was ever anything wrong with my car, I took it to him. Even though I knew people in the industry, I took it to him because he'd open up his garage and all down one massive wall was a whole host of Haynes manuals for every car you could possibly think of. He had them all. And if there was a problem with my car, I'd go, right, what's the problem, lad? This is doing right. Hang on a minute. And within an hour, he'd fixed it. He'd just go find the book, pull it out. Right, that's what's wrong. So it's incredible. Those people are gone. They don't exist anymore.
No.
Yeah, well, nowadays it's they just plug it in and it's got a diagnostic in it.
Yeah.
I mean, do you read any magazines, Aidan?
I get like you. I get Vape Around posted, so I have a flick through that. But if anything, mine's more online if I want to look for something. But I couldn't find anything about that with the disposable vape. If that law had actually gone through, I couldn't find anything.
No, I seen anything at all, and John Dunn hasn't put up anything. So
I did see the NNA actually were a little bit active this week. Want the mark?
yeah, they were a bit active, but again, it's sort of like because of where the situation that we're in now, because obviously the general election, we don't know what government's actually going to be. Well, we kind of do know what government's going to be, because if Tories get in, I'll be amazed. But it's sort of like they're sending letters out to the government regarding the vape tax. Well, at the present moment, we don't know what Labour's stance is on that.
Why would they be sending letters? Just let them forget.
I don't think that's how it works. To be honest with you,
It should be. They'll have whoever gets in government next, be Conservative highly unlikely, or Labour. They'll have bigger fish to fry than vaping.
Yeah.
I think the problem we've got is if they haven't sorted out the disposable part of it, that's got to get sorted out. But the bit that I don't like is that they're then going to be scrutinising everything again. That's what I don't want. Where if the law had already come in for the disposables, it is like you said, they've got a hell of a lot to work out, haven't they?
I look at it, if we look at it the other way around as well, which let's be a bit more positive. This is going to give the vaping industry a breathing space to get their act together.
Unlikely. They've had years to get that together.
Right. They've had the fear factor put down and because of the Tories of what they was going to do with the tax and all that lot.
But
come on, you can't say it hasn't. It has caused ripples within the e-cig community. And it has.
A blind man riding backwards on a horse through a minefield could see that was coming.
Mm.
He didn't take a genius to figure that out at some point. The UK was going to tax vaping, so they've had years to think of something to get something.
Yeah, but at least this is going to give them the opportunities to get the cards and the T's crossed and the I's dotted.
I think the problem what we had though, Mr. V, was when obviously the TPD came in. There was obviously a lull then while that were all coming in and getting all sorted. And then other things have happened in the world because they were supposed to go back and revisit it. But things happened, not only within the parties, but also in the world, obviously with COVID and stuff like that. And vaping sort of got put on the way I feel, on the back burner. And they were just quite happy with the TPD ruling. And they sort of stayed to it-ish. Obviously, the advertising and bits like that never stayed like that. But I think they were just quite in the comfort zone. And you've got to think, within the space of 4 months, it all changed. Bang.
Yeah. And that was because of how Richie Sunak plays his cards. He wanted to... You see, he's very, very good at backtracking. And he bows down to peer pressure. If you look at any policy that's gone through, it's more down to peer pressure that he actually brings these things in. And I think what's happened is his backbenchers have peer pressured him into the disposable side of it. And it's sort of like, well, my legacy is going to be we're going to have a smoke-free UK. Well, you can't have a smoke-free UK without involving vaping, unfortunately. And that's where it all kicked off.
I also think it was a little bit of for the votes.
Yeah, of course it is. It's totally for the votes and that lot. I mean, let's face it, not one Tory MP was interested what the actual vaping industry had to say. They wouldn't allow them even into the, when they was doing the discussions about it. Nobody from the vaping community was allowed to put their point across. And the actual amount of bullshit that was coming out from that committee was unbelievable. Because they was bringing up, Popcorn lung.
popcorn lung, and again, does it sort of make things easier to not have anybody there who's got like the NNA or like John Dunn and people like that? It makes it so much easier for them to paint a picture, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, of course it is. I mean, and let's face it. I'm gonna say it. When you've got people like Ash that are supposed to be sort of like on our side that are definitely not on our side, it's sort of like, what hope have you got?
Where's Ash's funding coming from, Mark?
Yeah, exactly. I'd like to know. I'm more than like the government.
Because it's a little bit. It was like they said in America. Obviously, the companies, the cigarette manufacturers, give out big money, which then goes to these actual charities to stop people from smoking. So obviously, if they're smoking, the cigarettes are going down. You know, the sales of them, they're not going to be getting as much money. So that charity is not going to be working, is it?
Well, I mean, it's like the Who. I mean, if you start listening to what the Who's doing, World Health Organization, WHO,
I thought you meant the band.
We can hear.
I mean, their posters that they're putting up, especially on social media. I mean, that's what makes me chuckle. You've got social media, so like banning people for saying misinformation. The amount of misinformation that they're kicking off about on vaping is unbelievable.
Yeah.
This is one area where I will give X a lot of points, because they every time someone puts up misinformation, like the Daily Mail did one yesterday about football players using nicotine devices to help cope with the pressure of being a footballer, and how dare they use the nicotine? Like, there's nothing actually wrong with nicotine, so get your facts straight. But someone actually put on a community note. So every time someone comes up with bullshit, within 30, 40 seconds, there's a community note on there going, nah, this is bollocks. Here's the truth. Here's the link to it. Here's everything you need to know. Take the fucking notice.
Yeah.
And it's
If you look at most of the Who posts that they put up, straight away, there's a load of information.
For a second then, I was about to go blast Roger Daltrey until you clarified. Look at what the Who's doing. Wow, what's that bastard doing now?
But I mean, if you're getting MPs though, I mean, you think about it logically. If you're getting somebody, an MP that doesn't smoke, doesn't vape, but is hearing in his community that there's children vaping and all this lot, and then you read the Who criteria, that's where you're going to get your information from. I mean, it's Health World Organization, so you'd understand that. So you can.
No, that's not how politicians work.
Isn't it?
No, hang on a minute, hang on.
Isn't it?
What they tend to do is they form their policies. They'll have a team of people who are connected to the public, and those people that are connected to the public publish what's called hot button topics. You must have heard that saying before, hot button topics. If one of those groups of people that are employed by whichever politician it is decides that, or sees vaping disposables, kids, is an issue in their area, they'll flag it as a hot button topic, and then the politician will get involved. Because that's what they
basically
do.
what Mark was saying. He's obviously the hit
But it's
down
not.
with the.
But it doesn't. But it
Well,
doesn't
put it-
matter.
well,
But
put
it
it-
doesn't
put it
matter if
this
the
way.
politician vapes, smokes, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Well, put it this way, I spent 45 minutes talking about vaping to a local Labour MP that came to my door prior to the local elections.
Poor bastard. I bet he loved you.
Oh, loved me totally. Absolutely.
45 minutes. 45
To
minutes
be
out the
fair,
rain.
I will be fair. She was, I'm not going to name names. She was lovely and she really was nice about it. Really was.
Wasn't Angela Rayner, was it?
What I will say is they know nout.
Obviously.
I got a clue. She knew about the disposable ban and she agreed with the disposable ban. Then when I started explaining the actual tax that was being suggested by Mr. Hunt and explained and broke it down to her and explained to how this would affect people like myself and you guys and that lot, She had no idea whatsoever.
Of
No
course it
idea.
doesn't, because these groups that advise these politicians don't inform them of this. All they inform them of is social trends and what possible policy they could put forward or what bullshit they could spout out next that would get them the most popularity.
Yeah.
Which is why Rishi Sunak has literally done today that if he gets in power, he's going to give everybody another bank holiday.
I think he's sitting around a table and people are going, I'll tell you what they're always talking about is bring back national service. Oh, yeah, we'll do that.
We'll give everyone another bank holiday.
It was a little bit like Labour
when
when they wouldn't when they sort of sat on the fence about Brexit, and obviously the Conservatives were pushing through with it no matter what. They were the right way doing it, so that's why they got a lot of votes last time. But I remember Labour coming out saying that he's going to give everybody free broadband.
Yeah.
Yeah.
COVID.
Do you remember that? Everybody can have free broadband.
Winning an election is not hard if you can promise everything that everybody wants. It's not Jeremy Corbyn. Hunt did the opposite effect, or tried to do the opposite when he was doing the budget. When he goes, look, at the end of the day, I'm just going to have to kick you in the balls, and you're going to have to like it because it's the way it's going to be. I wish a politician would be like that. Look, I can't give you everything you want. The fact is, the country's fucked. We're going to have to raise taxes. We're going to have to do X, Y, and Z. And if you believe in dickhead over here that's saying you're not going to do that, then you're a dick.
Today, believe it or not, Starmer did it the other day. There was on about tuition fees, and he turned around. He was on about getting rid of tuition fees. Somebody asked him about that, and he turned around and said outright, he said, "I would love to be able to do that, but financially we can't."
Yeah.
That was Starmer. I was shocked. He actually came out with that one.
But that's how it needs to be. I mean, I think Rishi's going the other way. He's telling everyone he'll give everybody free cotton candy and shit. I'll give everyone £1 million each if you all vote for me. I'll give you all bank holidays, as many as you want. We can do 3-day weeks. He's just every day he's just coming out with some bollocks. The next one tomorrow is going to make every male's penis grow 3 inches if you vote for me. I'll guarantee it.
Yeah, obviously that I've not heard so much from Starmer where they're all promising all this shit. I have really a lot of Sunak, and you've got to think as well, how bad is it for Sunak when half of his actual MPs aren't standing?
Yeah.
Yeah, but to be fair, there's a few on the Labour side that have been kicked out as well.
Well, I think there's one today that I've seen has been kicked out, but there is a lot of have gone over to Labour.
The party that's winning the most right now, that's winning the most, not so much votes as such, but getting the most notice is that Reform Party.
Reform, well, it was done by Farage, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, no, he's just a part of it. It was the Brexit Party. It's now backing itself to Reform.
And then he stood back and she took it over.
But there's a lot of I won't say celebrities, but there's people like there's an LBC presenter. Who has a big following who said, I'm stepping down from LBC because I'm joining the Reform Party. And it's like, fucking hell, okay. So there's a lot of, I don't know, I think they're going to do pretty well. I think they're going to do a lot better than people expect. They could end up being the new Lib Dems.
Yeah. The trouble is if people are that scattered with the vote, I just don't. Me personally, I'd do anything just for the Tories not to be in because they're a bunch of fucking. I know they're all the same. It's like I think we're other Sean who said it, or Metal Vapor. Labour or Tories, they're both the same cheeks of the same arsehole, which is always true.
It's like trying to choose which character you want to eat out of a pile of sick. It literally is. It's. Do I want to get fucked by Rishi or fucked by Starmer?
I'd rather try something new, though, wouldn't you?
That's why I'm going Reform.
Yeah, again, it's if they get in. I tell you what, people,
they won't get in, but still.
I think it's time for handcheck time.
Handcheck time.
Oh, God, that means
It's that time, people. It's handcheck time.
Three men and an opinion.
We are back with a big screen.
3 men and an opinion, giving you your political views every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Hang on a second. I'm clicking wrong buttons here.
Don't forget as well to get over to the Rochwood Project. Use 3 Men Vape gets you 15% off.
Can you allow sharing, please?
Sorry, bro.
You know,
I'm the one that's ill. I'm the one that's ill, and you're the one that's being tight.
Oh, they're not
Refusing
me
to
share.
share.
I have to enable sharing. It was because you wasn't going to be here, and I thought I don't have to do that.
I couldn't let the fan base down.
No, of course you
I
couldn't.
couldn't let our fans down. No matter how bad I feel, I'm here to soldier on so I can look at everybody's fucking mods. Here we go. Right, folks, this is your 3 Minute of It Facebook group. As you can see, we are in here right this second. If you want to show off your mods and have high praise done on them, I'm just going to refresh the screen. Just give it a second. Then this is the place to be. Just join it. One of us, I'll accept you. And when you see this post go up, you can add
All the
pictures
wonderful
of
Mark
your
H
mods.
will accept you.
Yeah. I'm going to start off, hang on, we'll just go to all comments, because I've fallen for that trick before. We're going to start off with Stuart Carlines. Ooh, what the hell is that?
It's Millennium Falcon.
Yeah,
Just
he
went to
sent that
Grim
over
Green,
to,
it could fit in your
to Grim
hand.
Green.
Ooh, wow.
That is lovely.
Can you vape from it? That would be even better.
I think it's
You know,
more
like
of an
a
anti
vape-
stand, is it?
I don't know.
That's an anti-stand. Ooh.
Have we got any more pictures?
Apparently
I can see
it
holes. I
broke.
can see holes on the top. It's an anti-stand.
I think Stu said that it actually something broke in transit on the way to Grim. Unfortunately,
Fucking raw, man, every time.
that's lovely.
That is smart. If you can work out how to turn that into like a vaping version of a shisha pipe, let me know. Stuart Carl Liggins again with this lovely little mech mod.
Really nice. That I love it how Stu gets his nails.
I
So
know.
good. It's so manicured.
I'd hate to take a slap from him.
He's ace, Stu.
If I got a slap from him, I'd be in trouble off my missus. She'd be like, who have you been pissing off?
He did comment
No.
on his poster that were behind me. He did send me a lovely message.
And again with Stuart, I do love this stuff.
Yeah, I do.
It is pretty.
DNA 250C.
Yeah, I was gutted because my Paramore give up the ghost today. I was like, no, not me Paramore. Here we are. My brother with the hand check sign from UK Vape Show. Something missing from that picture. I wonder what it could be.
Adam.
It's a censorship. It's a censorship. That's what it is. What's missing is the big ugly fat bastard with an opinion. Well, we can't let him come on. Moving on, we've got Stuart with another one. Here we go. A proper mod, 400 watts. Oof.
Oh, dipped in the fingernails, dipped in tinsel.
Nice.
Ooh.
I don't believe you went on a political show without me. That's unbelievable. Jane Dowd sent a picture of her rug with
Oh,
three lovely
Jane.
legs.
Really nice then.
Oh, you know.
What's hang on a minute, what's that RDA top left? That is nice.
It's stop mod.
What with the glass thingy on it? That is lovely.
Is it the Petrie?
I'm going to have to look for one of them because I really like the look of that.
Another
Yeah,
glass
I
one
used
is-
to
what's good
have
is
one, but
It's
I broke the glass.
It's
The
rare
glass,
that an
that
RDA
was-
stops me in my tracks, but that one is lovely. Loving that.
they were a big thing at one point, having glass caps.
Yeah,
You know-
the Steam Crave came out with the glass, didn't they, as well? That was a good one.
Answers the flavour, apparently.
It does, yeah, because the VG goes down the glass, it coats it.
Yeah. Thomas Baggett with the Asmodus Minikin Mini with a Watofo Serpent Mini on top.
Ooh.
How can a
Serpent,
mod
that's
make the
it, that's
fucking
an old one,
Watofo
isn't it?
Serpent look
Yeah.
so big?
Was the serpent suck my mod?
No, Watofo.
Yeah, but once it suck my mod.
Oh, it was. Yes, up my mod.
Yeah,
yes, it
Matt
was.
Cully.
Yes,
Matt
yeah.
Cully, wasn't it? With Matt's.
Yep, it was. I like this. I like this. The Boxer Borough Classic with a Fury Edition Ether. That's nice.
I've got to tell you, Mr. B, you've split the market you have with this with Burrows. There's loads of people that say, yes, Mr. B, you're totally right, it should come with everything that you need.
Absolutely.
And then there's the other half that's going, no.
There's a caveat for the high end stuff, fine. But when a mainstream producer comes out with a box mod that doesn't include the Buritan, they should hang their head in shame.
Shame.
Michael Clark
shame.
says you get a glass cap for the Blaze Solo as well, RDA.
So you're just trying to make me spend money now, aren't you? And I'm happy with my latest purchase, which I'll go into in a bit. Sean Garb with a 21700 Mech
lovely.
Sirius from the that hurt Infinite Mods Matrix Edition with Legion X latest liquid Caligo.
Oh, it's
You'll
gorgeous.
probably notice that this we tend to frown on linking things like this because it can get the group dropped by Facebook. So do be careful if you're linking vaping companies.
Yeah, please try not to do it.
Facebook doesn't like it. Then we've got John McClintock. Is there ever a name that's best for westerns? That is a proper cowboy name, that, isn't it? John McClintock. Sheriff John McClintock.
No, McLean. Oh.
John McClintock. The Green.
Yeah, again, another brilliant UK mixer there. Phil from Black Rose Alexa. Really, really nice juices and nice people as well.
Elixir. Then we got Shrekky Poo with his Asmodeus pod kit.
Absolute corking bit of kit, that.
Do you
I
not think it looks like it's like Shrek's a painter and decorator, and it's like been out by accident?
Could be.
Yeah.
It just has that look to me.
It's the Galaxy.
Then we got Connor Smith, Mod Maker Beta V3. Oh, stop doing that voice.
Oh, nice bit of lime fizz.
I'm so struggling here. Ex Vapor Luna RDA with some incredible lime fizz from Aromaxe. Nice.
We will be getting a Prosecco drinking cowboy on the show.
Prosecco drinking cowboy.
Yeah.
Oh, Mark sent us a picture of his pussies.
That's his new little, his new pussies.
Oh.
Oh.
I'd say all because they are cute, but in the back of my mind, I know that given half the chance, they would kill you in your sleep.
I was just thinking, I bet his poor sod's house stinks of pee because when they're like that and they're not litter trained yet, God, they go everywhere.
These cats always look at me with that same expression, like, I'll find where you sleep. I'll have you. Why do you think I've got 8 dogs? It keeps the cats away. It's like protection.
The thing is, the cats are so intelligent. You know, like if you put a fucking Labrador in a car in the sun, the Labrador, when you get back, will be dead. If you do that with a cat, the cat will be on top of the car going, hey, you need to work harder to get me.
Well,
Also, a cat won't grass you up to police with your drugs.
No,
It's true. But somebody once had the debate with me, what is better, cats or dogs? And I once turned around and said, well, the easiest way to sort this whole argument out is lock a cat and a dog up in a room for 8 hours. Then when you open the door, see which one's happy to meet you.
Well, the dog will be, definitely.
Exactly. Yeah. So better, more friendly, keep you alive. Cats will kill you.
Well, you could say that about your wife, though, couldn't you? I mean, you lock your wife up in a car for 6 hours, or you lock your dog.
Yeah, the dog will definitely be happier to see you than your wife.
I can lock my wife up for half an hour for that. Right, Vape Smarter Series PWM from Matt Waits.
Nice.
Witties. PWM with the Asgard on top, filled with some Aroma Maxi gummy fruit. Is that gummy fruit? Is that gummy bears? If that's gummy bears, if somebody tell me if Aroma Maxi gummy fruits actually taste like gummy bears. If it does, I'm going to go buy some tomorrow.
Go buy some tomorrow.
Because I've been wanting a proper... Because I'm addicted to gummy bears. Ever since I've started losing weight, I've not been able to have them. And it's the one thing I'm craving more than life itself.
Martin Buckley. Cats don't have owners, they have staff. Yeah, it's about right, that.
Yeah.
100%. 1,000%. Then we've got, last but not least, Ben Martin with his nice little red mod.
Yeah, that's from the wonderful Flat Cap Vapor. That's one of his 3D printed mods.
Very nice.
Very nice.
A bit more Legio X.
Do you want me to do the deals while I'm here?
What I'll do is, if you just click off and then just let me get this thingy going. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what to do. We'll get your giveaway going. It's Rochford. If you stick that in the chat, stick it in only once, you've got a chance to win 2 of his finest bottles. And don't forget to get over to his website. Yes, Mr. B, get on. I'll run the deals of the week. Sorry.
A message from deep within the jungle. I've searched high and low for a lot of the deals. So here from Vape, deals of the week.
Sorry about that. I had a bit of a hiccup. Mr. B, the deals of the week. We were so obviously Mr. B wasn't going to come on, and we wanted to find a way to be able to still do it, which eventually I worked out. But so we were looking around for deals, and we found all sorts of stuff, didn't we?
Well,
Just
no,
out
you
of
found
fucking
loads of
stock.
stuff that was out of stock. Well,
Yeah, loads of out of stock.
because the king of deals wasn't here to sort it for you, but I'm here now. The walrus of deals, here for your loving embrace. Right. No, that didn't. I'm sure that never. Fuck it, I'll do it this way. Right, starting off, we're going to go visit our friends. How the fuck did I? Hang on a minute. There we go. There we go. Right, starting off. eSig 1. We've got the Vape Fly Creme Hill 2 Sublime Tank War version. I like the War version for a tenner. It comes in silver, 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 and black. But you do get gold.
You can't beat that for a tenner.
For a tenner, that is a proper go-to-work mod. I don't care what anyone says. That is a go-to-work mod.
Tank.
And I think
Tank.
tank mod, same. I'm ill. Fucking is what it is. Call it kitten if I have to. But if you want to go even cheaper, there's a THC Timo Sublime Tank for a $5. A fucking $5. The drip tip's worth that.
A
Fucking $5. Fucking $5. Going over to our friends at Vaping 101, they are selling the Helvet Fat Rabbit RTA, the 28mm one, for 25 quid.
That's good.
Yeah, that's
Not bad. You get it in silver, you get it in black, you get it in gold, you get it in blue, and you get it in rainbow. So that's not a bad little RTA, but the best deal of all, by far, 100%, is the Vapefly Brunhild RDTA. I don't care what it says there, it's an RDTA for £25 or $24.99.
Well worth.
I have just bought this week, and I'm telling you now, do you remember how I always used to say the best tank I ever owned was a Cleto? This is my new Cleto. I fucking adore this thing. It's the updated version with four steel cables rather than the option of having 6. It works well. The airflow is amazing, and I've got mine in blue.
Obviously, I've not wicked this. I've not actually had it myself.
Oh,
could you
Oh,
get
it's
away
easy,
with not having the steel rods and just be able to?
You can just use it. Yeah, you can just use it as an RDA if you want to.
What I meant was, as you're wicking it, obviously with it being an RDTA, it's on the top. Your deck's on the top. So instead of where the metal posts are, where you're putting into your wicking ports, can you?
You can ask me,
like,
can you take the post out and put cotton down?
Yeah, just put the
If
cotton
you
down
want
instead. So the capillary instead of it using.
If you want to, however, there's no need because
No.
those cable rods work fantastically well.
They work really well.
Yeah,
Exceptionally
really well.
And I've tested
The only
it
thing that I don't like about it, and
is the fill port.
one thing, is the filling.
The fill port is only just big enough for a short fill to a 100ml short fill bottle to be able to decant it into it, but it does get a little bit messy. You probably better off getting a needle nose bottle to put your liquid in before you put it into that. That will solve all your problems. But it's a dual airflow system. You've got an airflow on the other side of this at the bottom, and you've also got airflow on the top. Now the airflow at the
There's
bottom
a
actually
picture
goes.
just further down.
Is it? Is it?
Yeah,
Oh,
there
yeah.
you
So
go.
so the airflow comes in at the bottom and goes up through the middle, out onto the coils through a honeycomb system. The flavour is astronomical.
They're lovely.
I mean, it's like I said, it's my Cleto.
26 quid as well. That's nothing.
That's
is
for
it?
the silver. That's for the silver. The blue is 26 now. They put the blue up, bastards. For the silver, it's $24.99.
How much is the gunmetal?
Gunmetal is $24.99.
There you go.
I got blue because I've got a blue mob. They've obviously got down to the last blue one, so they put the price up a little bit because it was 24 quid. But no, I think this is the best deal out of the lot. It's well worth it all day long. The quality is unmatched. It's literally unrivaled. 'Cause this steel cage that goes around the glass pretty much stops any breaking of your glass. You'd have to hit it with a dart.
What's it like for
break
breaking
the
down for
glass.
cleaning?
Easy.
You just unscrew that owns this bit, the RDA and the bottom bit just unscrews. And you can take it all apart and clean. You can even take the rods out.
Yep. Comes with spare rods anyway.
Yep, it's a piece of piss. No, it doesn't come with spare rods.
Mine did.
Yeah,
Ben
but
M
they
says,
changed, they
I run
changed the
that on
design.
the Vape Fly side by side, wicked RDTA.
It's amazing. The flavor blows my mind. It's a tall bastard. Don't get me wrong. You know, it's not. In fact, hang on, I'll show you. It's
Most
easy. I'll stop this.
RDTAs are, they have to be.
No, but this is like really big, really tall.
Oh,
They
man.
they probably could have done with shaving a centimeter or so off, and like down to here.
So how
and
big's the
have
tank?
I think it's a 5 mil tank.
There you go, that's why it's...
Yeah, no, they've definitely gone for a lot of juicage rather than and height rather than shortening it down. But the height of it doesn't stop the cables from working.
I'll tell you what
capillary
that'd be
action's
good for,
wonderful.
obviously, is the side by side. So if you stuck that
Yeah,
on something like the
perfect.
Adron or something like that, it'd be good.
Well, it's a 26 millimeter circumference. So if anything that's under 26, it won't work. But if you've got a 26 millimeter space for it, 100% on a side by side would work wonderfully.
It's nice when two people are telling you the same thing, and obviously Ben M in there telling you that for that sort of price,
Yeah.
It is a cloud machine. I tell you now, you can fog up a room instantly with it. It is not something you take to the local pub.
Also, it's got that. It hasn't got that feel of a tank. It's got a feel of an RDA.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I mean, the coils are so close to the mouthpiece
Yeah.
that the flavour's just right in there instantly.
And that's obviously why they've got that heat sinking around the top, aren't they?
Yeah. Well, like I said, it's one of those things where, I mean, I've got it half open, but fully open at the bottom, and it's just perfect. The flavour is wonderful. The flavour is just wow. It's Cleto level. Cleto
Matt Waits is
Simone
saying
level.
that they've put it down to the big German tanks that they can get over there.
Yeah. They didn't follow the TPD, did they? When it came to tanks, no Germans.
The height is made specifically to fit the Brunhild SBS, so that's probably why. Like I said, as an SBS mod, it's perfect, but I don't mind it on this because I like a big mod and I like a big tank, so it's fine for me. I don't have to lift my arm as far.
It's in your gob.
Well, I normally have it on a mech, but I try and get a low profile mech, and they'll look great. Once you've got it on a low profile mech, so it's all like something like a Purge, which it'd end up looking like a stack mod. If you get it
You know how you say with RDTAs you've got to sort of like tip them up to, so the capillary action works. You don't with this.
you don't have to do that. No.
Not with the
liquid just travels perfectly up the steel rods without tipping it up. It's wonderful.
Well, obviously, there's a lot of RDTAs that are out there that have used that sort of method before. And
Well, I mean, you've got
people-
Helheim. Helheim had the two versions. You've got the Helheims that I've got, which is that one. There you go. That one. That's a 4.5 mil capacity one, but that hasn't got these steel rods. But if you bought the S version, I think that was 5 mil and that had metal rods as well. And I love my RDTAs.
I think that is it's blown my mind how good it is. For $24.99, that is a steal. It's
I don't think there's enough RDTAs that have come out.
No.
No, there isn't.
For people who, especially, like such as yourselves, who are really into RDAs, of trying to get that in between of not having to have it where you're having to drip all the time and you've got a tank, but you're still getting that
Well, it's like
RDA
I've just
sort
said,
of feel.
I'm a big fan of the Helheim from Hellvape. Really big fan. But you try and get older one. Like rocking off shit. I've managed to get I've got 3 now. A blue one, a silver one, and a black one. And unfortunately, the black one, where the base is, the actual the paint, the best way, it was a matte black, and the paint felt like chalk.
Yeah.
And the base, it actually came off. You could just rub the actual paint off. So
Check
my
out
black has sort of like got slight silver on it. So yeah, if anyone knows where I can get hold of a Helheim, not the S, just the standard in black, let me know.
Check out Hedgie's just purchased the gunmetal grey and the blue one. The blue one is fantastic. I love the blue one. I think it looks really cool.
And like Edgy, let us know as well next week when it turns up how it's all gone, buddy. We have only got 22 eligible users. If you have not got yourself into the Rochford giveaway just yet, get yourself in there now. It is Rochford. Just type it once and once only. I think it's just been a chilled show this week. Next week we're going to try and get a guest on. I think I'm not sure if Benny Vape should have been on this week.
Because I won't be on next week.
Well, you'll be going on holiday. Are you going on holiday?
Yes, I'll be on holiday.
No, so we might have to. I might have a word with Sean. See if we can get Sean in to cover for you, and we'll have a guest. Right then, shall we roll this thingy before we say goodbye? Shall we roll it? Shall we? Roll it! Boom! Isaac Howard. I have not heard that.
You're a star, bud.
There we go. Put us back on the big screen. Isaac Howard, do you want it? I tell you what, I was watching again last night. Was Orville. I absolutely love that. Not the duck.
No,
but
the show.
The show is fucking brilliant.
Well, have you heard that Amazon, because they've lost the writer for discovering their Star Trek shows, they've actually contacted Seth MacFarlane to become a writer for them, for their Star Trek shows, which would be amazing because he understands the Star
what
Trek
I loved
universe
about
better
it
than
was
anybody.
it had that Star Trek feel into it, but it also had like a Red Dwarfy.
Well, it had the comedy, but it could be serious when it wanted to be, and it tackles some really big, serious topics.
It's your nephew, is it? Oh, brilliant!
Whose nephew?
I tell you one, I've been watching Renegade Nell. That is well worth a watch.
Renegade Nell.
Isaac, if you get in touch with that
On
email
Disney
address,
Plus.
remember Jay does watch the show. Isaac, get in touch with him and he'll tell you what to do. You get to pick 2 of his flavours from his website and he'll get them out to you. I tell you what as well. I don't know. You watch some shit, don't you, on YouTube? There's this bloke called Vegas Matt, and he goes obviously around Vegas to all these places. And what he does is he bets on the, the spinning machines. The bandits.
Yeah.
Put stupid amount, like $5,000 into it, and you just watch him fritter his money away. And then right at the end, he seems to win all the time. I don't know how that works, but... Okay, no. Right then, Mr. B, say your goodbyes.
I am off to bed now. I've done my weekly quarter for good service. I hope you're all better than I am. I shall see you when I see you. Bye-bye.
Okay, now. It's that Tiny Tim. Over to the proper Tiny Tim, my wonderful brother. Say your goodbyes.
Guys, thanks ever so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment down below. Sorry there will be no reviews next week, or I won't be on the show because I'm going on holiday. So, I'll be back in a fortnight's time. So,
Lovely.
Thank you very much. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you in a fortnight. Over to my brother.
Big love to you all. Yes, Vaping Ed, we will grab both you and Husky and we'll sort that out, mate, getting you on the show. I'm glad you've seen the comment. I posted it ages ago, so yeah, I'm glad you've seen it, my friend. Big love to you all, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget to get over to Benny Vapes. I'm not quite sure if there is a show on tonight because I swear something in my mind. He said he wasn't going to have one on one bank holiday or something. But if he is, get yourself over to Benny Vapes and watch the mixing show. Gives you plenty of ideas. Thank you so much to everybody who's joined us this week. Big love to you all. You do make this show. Big love to the Spanners for keeping us nice and safe. I don't think I've seen Bunny in chat either. I hope she's all right. Big love, Bunny. Nice to see you, Kaz. Also nice to see everybody, to be honest with you. Everybody. Colette. Everybody. The big love to you all. We will see you next week. Same bat channel, same bat time. And a good nighter. Hit the outro, Fatty. Woohoo! Woohoo! Potatoes and bad beanies. It's the door to Butler's piss box.
Why?
Mark went on popping
Yeah, why not?
with
Chim,
Cockney
chimney,
accent,
chim,
proper
chimney,
Mary
chim,
Poppins.
chim, chiroo. Good night, people.
Naughty, naughty.